Today we're looking at really bad Stax cards in Magic the Gathering, and we're going to start off with John's apparently favorite card, the God Pharaoh's Statue. God Pharaoh's Statue is a 6-mana legendary artifact, which means these artifacts can't even stack on top of themselves. And spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. Now that sounds like a lot, but it does cost 6 mana. I honestly don't even think this is the worst of the Stax cards, because in the decks that can ramp into this would be a brutal tax very early on in the game. But in generically, if you play out the game, if they get this out on turn 5, I'm like, it's annoying, but whatever. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. Slow death. Very, very slow. Death by a million, probably about 40 cuts, I would say. Old boy's like, I play this as a finisher in my Stax deck. I guess for some people this can be a bad win condition. I wouldn't rely on it though. What about the first like 35 life? Are you just gonna like pillow fort your way? I mean, I guess these are all like basically pillow fort cards. Toilet Duck. Let's look at our Arachne Psionic Weaver. Let's look at some. Ooh, it's a 3-mana 3/3. It's got web sling for a white. And when it enters, look at an opponent's hand. Then choose a card type other than that creature, and spells of the chosen type cost 1 more to cast. Is that permanent? Choose a card, spells of the chosen type, enters, look at an opponent, then choose a card. Oh, wow, that's actually permanent. That's fascinating. Look at an opponent's hand, then choose a card type other than creature. Because, like, what happens if you kill this? Oh, is it permanent? Or, like, if you remove this thing, the tax is gone? Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, so if the thing is dead, then yeah, the tax is gone, because now the card isn't in play to say spells of the chosen type cost 1 more to cast. Oh well. Make the best, I mean, with the greatest part of this card, you actually get to look at your opponent's hand before you name something. I remember there's a web slinging combo with this and some other cards, but that's jank. You know, Steve Cooper, if you try hard enough, you'll make a combo with anything, and it will always be jank. If you force a combo with any card, it'll always be jank. DL8, well, Winter Moon. That's a great one, because, I don't know, yeah, Winter Moon was pretty bad, just not enough to slow people down. I don't know why people didn't see this a mile away. It's a 2-mana artifact. Players can't untap more than 1 non-basic land during their untap step. Now, I just know with a lot of experience versus Blood Moon, or even watching Blood Moon players play against Blood Moon, you get your basics out first. And then, okay, you have like maybe 1 or 2 non-basics on the battlefield. Big deal. And you get to untap like 80% of your lands. Just slowing people down by their non-basic lands. And it's not even that they don't untap. They untap 1 at a time. It's like a crappy, what's it called, back to basics. It's an atrocious card. And as far as I'm concerned, sees no play. Maybe some people, they like, I don't know, they just like the moons, the Winter Moon, the Blood Moon, Winter Orb, Winter Moon. Get a little of both together. This probably slows you down too. Well, probably not. You're probably gonna be playing with a lot of basic lands. Okay, we got Isambo, Waker of Waves. I didn't know Waker of Waves was a Stax card. What does Waker of Waves do? Show me the waves. Okay, 7 mana for a 7/7. Oh yes, your creatures your opponents control get -1/-0. And for 2 mana, discard Waker of Waves. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. You can put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. There's a lot of people. This card actually sees a lot of play, but for the second ability, where you discard it from your hand just to get into the graveyard. A lot of or like Reanimate or Living End decks like to play this type of thing. Yeah, if you get it onto if you pay full retail for this card, you're gonna slow your opponents down by 1 power, by a singular power. Next up, we got William with Thalia Garden of that's too good for the show. I mean, that's like very traditionally strong. But I would say the card is not nearly as well positioned, but still a good Stax card. Benjamin with Poise. Hope you spelled it right. He has a 3-mana enchantment. During your upkeep, for each land target player controls in excess, so they have too many, in excess of the number of lands you control, target land they control phases out. Repeat the process for artifacts and then for creatures. Weird. Now this should be called balance. This is literally balance the card. So if you have too many of a thing, then you remove some things. During your upkeep for each, and it's only for your upkeep? Oh, I see it. It's only during your upkeep, and it'll go back to their turn. They get to unphase it. So it's like a really temporary Stax effect. Really temporary. Biotism with brutal suppression. Maddie's like, you know what always messes my opponents up? Thalia. Yeah, because that's a good. We want bad. Look. Today is about bad Stax cards, not good. So we want bad Stax cards. There we go, like brutal suppression. Wow, didn't we look at this like yesterday? Red enchantment. Activated abilities on rebel cards cost an additional sacrifice a land to play. Very narrow. Yeah, that'll show those changelings. Gotta sack them lands to activate those changelings. All right, we got John with Nether Void. Is really tricky to get around. Is it? Is that the one where you pay 3 life or something? 4 mana. Whenever a player plays a spell, counter it unless that controller plays 3. This is like a standard. I think this is too good for the show, to be honest. We want bad Stax cards. This is insane. This isn't even that expensive. You can ramp this out on turn 2. Plays a spell, counter. This is way too powerful. Remember, it's bad Stax cards today. And bad, we mean like it's bad. It's like it sucks. Not bad as in, oh, it's so bad. No, we're not praising these cards today. Well, not Alabaster Leech screws you. It's like it's like inverted Stax, you know? Yeah, and Nether Void is busted. Too busted. Okay, we're gonna donate the super chat then, which is not good because I don't have a whole lot of super chat sound effects still today. Vibrant Toucan with Exiled Doom Sayer, not Slayer, the Doom Sayer. Basically, this person says the world is coming to end. I'm telling you, one day, year 2000 passes. One day. Anyway, it didn't happen yet. 2 mana for a 1/2. Old Morph costs 2 more. Cost 2 more. Is that it? Oh man, I feel like playing this against my friend who has an all morph deck. Problem is, I don't play white in any of my commander colors. Only mono blue. Only mono blue. Argent, how about Naked Singularity? Let's take a look at it. Remember, understand, this is about bad Stax cards. Super bad. Bad as an oh no. Okay, yeah, I guess we could count this. 5 mana artifact, cumulative upkeep of 3. If tapped for mana, plains produce red, islands produce green, swamps produce white, mountains produce blue, and forests produce black. I'm surprised I haven't memorized this card name yet. Okay, Biotism. Did I give you a card already? Cephalid Statue. The statue of the cephalids. This sounds interesting. This card exists. Scryfall, it's choking. It's choking. Cephalid statue doesn't exist. Sorry about that. Cephalid. Yeah, I wrote it down perfectly. Okay, let's take a look at who do we got here? Dominic! Steel Golem. Maybe? Maybe. 3 mana for a 3/4. You can't play creature spells. This is like, it says you can. It's gotta affect the opponents. Look, these gotta be like cards that affect the opponents. There's plenty of cards that can punish you out there. Would you play them to Stax your opponent? No, you wouldn't. You can't play a Steel Golem against your opponents. It doesn't do anything. So anyway, it's gotta be bad. Okay, step 1, bad Stax card. Step 2, has to influence them, not you. That's the deal here. Okay, next up we got Jess. Jess with the rare super chats. I don't know any bad Stax cards, but here's $2. I'll tell you what we're gonna do with that $2, Jess. Thank you very much for the $2. We're gonna give it. I guess we're gonna give it to Meme Brule. You know, it's funny. Stand still. Don't play spells once. Stand still. Okay, still have to give you the super chat sound effect. This card is sort of aged badly. 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a player plays a spell, sacrifice standstill. If you do, each of that player's opponents draws 3 cards. You know, it's also possible that you play this to punish your opponent, but you end up, like, at least in a commander game, helping the other 2 people out. You know, I've played quite a bit with this card in even pre-modern, and it's just not what it actually looks like. Very often, I draw 3 cards, and I have to burn a lot of resources with, like, foil to counter whatever the hell is in front of me. It's really hard to use because there's a lot of decks that don't even have creatures. They just play with a bunch of creature lands. So anyway, Standstill, unfortunately, has not aged very, very well. Standstill can be wild in Commander. I know, because one person can help 2 other people unexpectedly. Standstill was busted once upon a time. Super once upon a time. Okay, Christopher B. Cumberstone. What does that mean? Just 2 sides of this thing? Cumberstone, 4 mana. Artifact creatures your opponents control get -1 and -0. I mean, this does hose one type of deck. The tokens deck. The tokens, they better have an anthem, or they're gonna have to they're gonna have to play the anthem to their deaths. Well, Matty Mats is like, I will not accept standstill slander. I'll tell you what, Matty Matson, all you have to do is get a friend group to let you play Legacy as of 2010, and show how powerful Standstill is. Just as you think super chats by me are rare now, my money went down $200. I will be giving less in the future. Oh, Alberta government. Okay, I didn't even know you're Canadian, Jess. We have a fellow Canuck in chat. Static Orb, way too good. Way too good. I know what that card is. We want bad Stax cards. Little Deadfly with Descent into Madness. So when you can, like, pull up to your playgroup and say, I'm playing Stax today, you can show you're playing bad Stax. 5 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a despair counter on Descent into Madness. Then each player exiles X permanents they control, and/or cards from their hand, where X is the number of despair counters on Descent into Madness. How does this work? Each player exiles X permanents. Oh, so the idea is this like a really slow obliterate or something? So eventually, Descent into Madness will eat up the Descent into Madness. Super flavor win. That's a big flavor win. Eventually, the void will consume itself. Okay, Beatrice was like, I got the card wrong. It was Cephalid Shrine. I think you still have the name wrong. Cephalid Shrine. There's no way there's a Cephalid card in Magic the Gathering. But I believe there's a Cephalid Shrine. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a player plays a spell, counter that spell unless that player pays X, where X is the number of cards in all graveyards with the same name as the spell. And in Commander, this will be awful because everyone's playing with 1-ofs. It's basically you're gonna tax it by 1, maybe. Oh, you may not tax it for anything. Where X is the number of cards in all graveyards with the same name. No, like the tax will be usually 0. It's gonna be a good deal. Imagine playing Cephalid Shrine with a straight face in Commander. With a straight face, I say. Okay, John wants redemption. Root Cage. We always cherish redemption on this show. 2 mana enchantment. Mercenaries don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Wasn't mercenaries supposed to be a thing? Like, didn't they bring mercenaries back? I think in was it Thunder Junction? I thought they brought the bad guys back, but I can't remember. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe with the villain mechanic, there might be villain mercenaries, not mechanic, the villain type. Little Deadfly is like, that card, there's an answer for everything. Well, almost everything. This would be more useful if it was for humans. Then that would be really big. Yeah, but, well, now, remember, okay, I've played against cards like this. You know what's the big downside to them? Is that they can still attack you. They're still gonna beat your head in for like whatever damage they can. They're like, well, if my stuff's not going to untap, I might as well just send it all at you, the person who's screwing me over. Final Fantasy Cloud. Oh, there we. Oh, okay. So they brought the mercenaries back in Final Fantasy. Look at that. Prophecy. This card's 11 cents. I bet it was 5 cents before Final Fantasy came out. Hexenort Stabilizer. The funny thing about the shrine is that they can still choose to not pay the 0 and counter the spell. Oh, so they have to pay the 0. Okay, Stabilizer for 2 mana. Oh yeah, players can cycle cards. Sorry about that, cycle players. That's probably situationally awkward. You know, this is the type of card that you play, and then someone will cycle a card anyway, completely forgetting that this thing exists, because, like, why would it? Why would this card exist? And then you give them the bad news, and like, I wasted I held up mana for this damn thing for nothing. Beanpot with a Curse of Silence of the Lambs. Look, it's Hannibal Lecter. Okay, we have a white aura, enchant player. Choose a card name when it enters the battlefield. Spells with the chosen name, enchanted player cost 2 more to cast. When a enchanted player casts a spell with the chosen name, you may sacrifice Curse of Silence. If you do, draw a card. This is interesting. So, this is interesting. I've never seen anyone play it, but, like, this looks like it should be more played than it does. I guess the problem is it doesn't actually stop them, but then you still draw a card even if they play the card that you want. This seems like okay versus a combo deck. Curse of Silence's Commander Hate? Interesting. I've never heard of this card. It seems very cheap. Very, very cheap. 25 cents. Go get them while they're hot. Next up. Oh, look at Steve Cooper's Blood Clock. What time is it? It's blood time. It's a 4-mana artifact. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns a permanent they control to the hand unless they pay 2 life. Wow, the ETB players are like, don't mind if I do. It's basically your at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player. Oh, it helps everybody. So I mean, you could build around it too if you want. You can like build your deck around a bunch of ETBs. Probably they'll gladly return something. What is it? Player returns a permanent. Wow, the landfall players. They love it. They love the Blood Clock. There's like almost no way this screws someone over. It's got to be. It's all upside. You'd be really stupid to pay the 2 life, in my opinion. Alan with Curse of Silence still gets used in Brawl a lot. Oh, maybe it's too good for the show. Less than Marilyn of the Morn Song. Is this card actually bad? Or is this like another Morn Song? I thought this card is good. This card is a combo card. You can't say this card is not a bad card. Waking Dead, Curse of the Cabal. We want bad Stax cards today. It's got to be bad Stax cards. Is this a bad card? I don't think it's like $25 too. And if I remember correctly, this is like a big combo card. Okay, Curse of the Cabal is 10 mana. It's a sorcery. Target player sacks half the permanents they control rounded down. Suspend for 4 mana. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if Curse of the Cabal is suspended, that player may sacrifice a permanent. If they do, put 2 time counters on the Curse of the Cabal. Interesting. So you suspend it for 4 mana, and people will just sack into it. I mean, it sort of works, maybe, but you'll never get to the ultimate half, the halving of somebody's board. What's that card called? Saw in half? Yeah, you won't saw in half somebody's board. Who do we not have yet? We've got any other no card yet people? Can't tell anymore. Some people don't use no card yet. DLA exiled. We looked at that card already. We have done it. William Ice Flow. Come on, people. Wake up. Let's look at some bad Stax cards. Land, you may choose not to untap Ice Flow during your untap step. All right, I won't. Tap target creature without flying that's attacking you. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step as long as Ice Flow remains up. This card is awesome. I'm not gonna say it's actually good. I think this is. How much does this cost? It costs less than $1. I think this is a very underrated card. Where it came from? Ice Age? Of course it came from Ice Age. This is exactly. Oh, so it's like. You may choose a tap target creature without flying attacking you. Oh, and is it like just stone cold useless today? What's the oracle text? Tap target creature without flying that's attacking you. Okay, so it's useless. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap stuff for as long as it remains tapped. Oh, I see. So you're gonna get smacked. It's like it's very late. It's very late to the party. But the good news, you gotta look out the upside. It's not gonna attack you again for as long as you want to keep it remain tapped. Many bats and elephant grass. I always thought this was a good card too. We need worse cards here. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay. This is famous for being terrible. Green, cumulative upkeep for 1. Black creatures cannot attack you. Non-black creatures cannot attack you unless their controller pays an additional 2 for each attacking creature. All you need is infinite mana, and infinitely you don't have to worry about them black creatures. For Ginka, Dovin, Hand of Control. That's a 3-mana Planeswalker, right? That's right. I knew it. I think this card still sees a little bit of play, though. 3 mana, barely can defend itself. Artifacts, instants, and sorceries. Your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast, and -1 until your next turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent and opponent controls. Very, very hard. There's got to be like 1 creature in play for you to feel very comfortable about this. Okay, Bryce wants redemption. Cornered Market. This is a Rishadan Port style card. Sorry, Rishadan, the plane. 3 mana, or Rishada. 3 mana enchantment. Players can't play spells or non-basic lands with the same name as a card in play. This barely helps. So this might work out really well if you can ramp out a bunch of really popular cards. Players can't play spells or non-basic lands with a card. Or if you share a commander with somebody. Oh, wait a minute. I found a combo. Use a clone to copy somebody's commander, bounce their commander, play Cornered Market, win. Look at that. That's big brain thinking right there. I think that works. Old friend Bear says, I tried to use Icefall in commander decks. It's terrible. Well, that's the type of show we have today. Choke, way too good. Way too good. People are mentioning too many good cards. We need things like Cornered Market, Elephant Grass, Ice Flow. Those are great examples. You can't name Arcane Laboratory. It used to be good until High Noon Deafening Silence was printed. It's still good though. There's nothing wrong with that. It might have gotten a little worse, but I mean, players can only play 1 spell a turn. There's a lot of cards that were with that ability. That's too strong. Too strong for today's show. John says, Cornered Market is basically World Enchantment because when it's in play, no one else can cast their own Cornered Market. But other people can cast World Enchantments. Okay, we got Benjamin Berkey with... Oh, we did Equipos. Okay, we're going to go to no 2 cards yet with Christopher B. Thassa's Ire. Christopher B always goes really deep. Blue Enchantment for 4 mana. You may tap or untap target creature. There we go. The value. 4 mana, tap something down. But you know what you do get out of this card? You get a little devotion, a little blue to activate your Thassa. Thassa looks pissed. Look at that. Wow, what did you do? Did you say, "Oh my Thassa"? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. She gets really upset about that. Benovsky, Jace, Unraveler. Unraveling what? Ultimate is achievable, I guess. 5 mana for a 5 loyalty, and then -8. You get an emblem with whenever an opponent casts their first spell each turn, counter that spell. Oh yeah, that's pretty terrible. Wait, how can you get there? It takes 4 turns. How well does this card defend itself? Return target creature to its owner's hand, but it's a minus. No, it does not defend very well. John with another super chat. Nature's Wrath is terrible and overcosted. All right, Nature's Wrath. 6 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Nature's Wrath unless you pay a green. Oh no! So basically, I gotta pay the little green tax. Whenever a player puts a swamp or black permanent in play, they sacrifice the swamp or black permanent. Well, that's fine. So you like play bigger creatures and you can sack your old crappy ones. Whenever a player puts an island or blue permanent into play, they sacrifice an island or blue permanent. You know what makes this worse is usually blue doesn't have a whole lot of permanents to sacrifice in the first place. If you're invoking Thassa's why would this card untap stuff? I don't know. We have to pay tribute to Thassa, I suppose. Isn't limited resources banned? Okay, we got Old Boy Drought. Oh, we have 4 mana enchantment. During your upkeep, pay double white or destroy Drought before a spell that requires black as part of its casting cost may be cast. Okay, I've got lost immediately. I'm not reading the ancient scripture. Okay, we have an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack it unless you pay double white. Spells cost an additional sack a swamp to cast for each black mana symbol in their mana cost. What? What? That is a beating. Spells cost an additional sack a swamp for each black mana symbol. Activated abilities cost an additional sack a swamp to activate for each black mana symbol in their activation cost. This is brutal. This is actually so strong. Why is it just so narrow? Spells cost an additional sack a swamp for each black mana symbol in their casting cost. Imagine trying to play Phyrexian Obliterator in front of this thing. You'd sack all your swamps. I don't know, it looks good to me. It's a bit expensive to pull off, but I mean, it kills black, but only black. That's what sideboard cards are for! That's what sideboard, I mean, I guess if you main deck this, it's just going to be super narrow. Ow! Al with Freyalize's Radiance. 2 mana enchantment, cumulative upkeep of 2. Snow permanents don't untap during their controller's untap steps. If only we brought that around during the Uro days. The Arkham's Astrolabe days. More people should have played Freyalize's Radiance. Maybe it would have worked. Maybe we didn't have to ban Uro after all. Voltlin, Weathered Runestone. Oh, this card looked like it had so much potential, and I don't think anyone plays it. Does anyone play this card in Commander? 2 mana artifact, non-land permanent cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. I guess a big problem is a lot of people don't want, like, this hurts basically you. And also, like, it's just sort of worse than all the other graveyard hate for 1 mana at that, so it's a bit awkward. Propaganda is bad because it sucks to play against. Well, that's not the type of show we're talking about, Shazzy Brown. We're talking bad as it garbage. Should I rename the show Garbage Stax Cards? I was hoping people would understand it. How do you cast spells from libraries? Some cards let you to play. You can play cards from the top of your deck. Good card in CDH to stop Underworld Breach. I mean, yeah, but aren't there other artifacts? Aren't there like better cards that do that? In theory. Yeah, it's a worse cage. Okay, but I'm not actually. I don't know. Maybe this card is standard in CEDH. You know, I didn't pay close attention to those deck lists. Okay, Bell with Irene Singer. Irene Singer just ends up being on the show for all the wrong reasons. Okay, we have a 4 mana 2/2 white enchantment and green enchantment cards. Sorry, white enchantments and green enchantments each cost an additional 2 to cast. You hear that, enchantments? You hear that? Hold on. Drought? You hear that, Drought? You know what? Sounds like Drought's gonna get droughted out by Irene Singer. That's right. All right, Irene Singer, you go keep screwing over those enchantments. And if you want to screw over people with really bad Stax cards, I can tell you where you get them from. You get them from FusionGamingOnline.com, today's sponsor. In addition to the deal of the week, 20% off all board games, they also sell singles and sealed product from your favorite Magic the Gathering sets and the entire Magic the Gathering history. I build a lot of my decks from FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget, you can also... I don't know, is there anything previewed yet from Avatar: The Last Airbender? When you're watching this, hopefully there is. And you can pre-order your cards from Fusion Gaming and also use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank, of course, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. Play any deck, any format. Well, people always complain, I don't want to play Standard because my cards are going to rotate. Well, don't worry. Your cards aren't rotating when you're renting with Mana Traders. Their cards rotate. I'm sure they hate it, but they love you being their customer. And you can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_EFC. Okay, back to the terrible Stax cards. They're awful. They're so bad. Everyone's getting redemption. It's like such a redemption show today. Okay, Null Stone Gargoyle. I don't know. I guess the title wasn't self-explanatory. Okay, from Magnum Opus Gold. It's a 9-mana 4/5 flyer. Whenever the first non-creature spell each turn is played, counter that spell. It's a little late to Nullstone Gargoyle. I mean, maybe it's effective if you can reanimate it really quickly. Dump it in the graveyard, reanimate it. It probably makes a good reanimate target. Like being an annoying Stax player. Whenever the first non-creature spell each turn is played. My mind is thinking. I'm thinking things. I can't tinker this card in play because tinker is banned, but whatever. Okay, what was the second person? Lessian also wants redemption. Song of Serenity. 2-mana enchantment. Creatures with any enchantments on them cannot attack or block. Oh, Bogle's players. Oh, man. I didn't know there was such a hoser for the Bogle's players. So if you suit up a Slippery Bogle with 1,000,000 enchantments, it can't do squat. It's only from Exodus. You know, for some reason, this feels like a reserve list card. They've never reprinted this card. Creatures with any enchantments on them cannot attack or block. Could be underrated. Could be. This probably... Okay, I'll tell you where this is good. Against bad decks. All bad decks play with, like, auras and stuff like that. Every single one of them. You heard of Blanchwood... Was it Blanchwood Armor or something like that? Song of Serenity turns every creature aura you play into pacifism on top. That is correct. Oh, same thing with you. That's correct. Oh, so you can put... Yeah, you can put auras on other people's creatures. You could actually build... You could build around this card. Yeah, it's only 22 cents. But you can... It's 1 less cent when you buy from FusionGamingOnline.com. All right, next up, let's take a look at Withering Eye, Pretender's Claim. Some people are the real deal. Some people are just pretending. Pretender's Claim is a 2-mana aura. Whenever an enchanted creature becomes blocked, tap all lands defending player controls. Don't be blocking me. I tap all your lands, I swear. If you block me, I tap all your lands. Big Mike! Gonna hit you with a tenor and a truly terrible card, Arena of the Ancients. That is such a big super chat. We gotta divide that super. I gotta saw in half your super chat, Big Mike. Gotta give half of it to somebody. Arena of the Ancients is a 3-mana artifact. Legendary creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. This sounds underrated. And when Arena of the Ancients enters the battlefield, tap all legendary creatures. Wow. Wow. Is this on the reserve list? It is not. I feel like this is not bad. I feel like this is not bad. I would never play this card. I don't think. Arena of the Ancients blew up in price. Oh, maybe because it was showcased on shows like this. Did it really blow up in price? I'm curious now. Let's go to mtgstocks.com. mtgstocks.com. So we'll go to mtgstocks.com. Arena of the Ancients. Wow, look at that. It's like, wow, we just discovered gold. What was it before? It was like $15. I'm not gonna tell. I mean, this card's been on this show here and there. It's been on and off. So I'm not really gonna take any credit for it. I bet it was showcased in some sort of video, and then they're like, oh, Arena of the Ancients. It's not on the reserve list, which is weird. It's got that reserve list feel to it. I don't know if anyone knows what it's like. It's got like a really unique factor, and I feel like that's what made a lot of cards get on the reserve list, whether it was good or bad or not. It's not bad, but I'll never play it. LOL. That means it's bad. It's expensive because it was only printed once and never again because the doggest of dog water. Well, I think it's aged pretty well because obviously it's pretty well positioned for Commander. Yeah, anti-Commander. Wait, did that card not spike recently enormously? It did. 15 to, I guess, 60 bucks. 60 bucks. All right, let's give the other half of the super chat to William. Suleiman's Legacy. Suleiman's Legacy. This is a Stax card, 2 mana. When it comes into play, bury all the Djinns and Ifrits. Whenever a Djinn or Ifrit comes into play, bury it. Yeah, I can consider this a Stax card. How many? Is there any good Djinns? Is there any good Djinns or Ifrits that people play on a regular basis? I can't think of anything. Nikachu has aged well. I hope so. I hope so, Jess. I'm doing my best here. Benovsky with Dune Caster. Has lovely art, but bad stacks. It's a... Whoops. Get out of here, people. We have a white 0/1. Sorry, it's a 0/2. It's not even that good. It's a human for 2 mana. Tap target creature without flying. Is it? I guess. Is this considered stacks tapping? Yeah, I guess so. We qualified another card earlier. This costs 1 mana though. You can get this out on turn 1. You can put this in a human deck. Okay, Big Mike has a conspiracy theory. Like, one guy is buying all the Arena of the Ancients and slowly drip feeding them back into the economy for profit. That is 100% what's happening. There's whenever there's a big spike, it's usually from a buyout. For Ginka, Brand of Ill Omen. Ill Omen. This is a... What is this? Are they dismembered? I can't tell. It sort of looks like their arm has been taken off, but it looks weird. 4 mana, cumulative upkeep of red. Target creature's controller cannot cast summon spells. I don't enchant it. Oh, it enchants creatures. Target creature's controller cannot cast summon spells. Oh, so the idea is they're going to kill their own creature. It's going to die. That's the idea. You like this art? I'm generally not. Oh, this is weird. This is a Rob Alexander art. He's not. I don't think Rob Alexander is well known for non-landscape artwork. I'm sure he knows his anatomy, but anyway, moving on. We got Ellis Flowers here. Authority of Console is way too good. This is bad Stax cards. They got to be bad, like they stink. They're garbage. They can't be good. That's a good one. Actually, a very popular card. Oh, you like the last card's art? I don't know what you guys see. Okay, we got yeah, bad. LOL, I forgot. Yeah, you've misread bad Stax cards for Stax cards. Old friend Bear, Mystic. That's also that's so strong. It's a super popular card. Form of the Dragon. Does that Stax people? Being your upkeep at the end of turn, your life total creatures without flying can't attack you. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It might not be that risky. Oh yeah, okay. So 7 mana, deals 5 damage to target creature or player at upkeep. At the end of each turn, your life total becomes 5, and creatures without flying can't attack you. Funny, creatures with flying can. You know what's weird? Actually, creatures with flying can attack you, and for some reason, like, because this is Form of the Dragon, doesn't the dragon fly? Can it protect you? What's going on here? Okay, old boy wants Tomic. I don't remember what Tomic does. Distinguished Advocist. 2 mana for a 2/3 flyer. Lands on the battlefield and land cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Land cards in graveyards. Well, that's a pretty good ability. Your opponents can't play land cards from the graveyards. These are weird, though. Yeah, the land can't play lands, can't target lands. It's like it's incredibly niche for whatever it's supposed to be, whatever it's supposed to protect you from. Steve Cooper, this game is so funny since now you die to 5 birds with Form of the Dragon. Exactly. 5 birds. Elixir, City in a Bottle. That's more of a... Oh, maybe it's not. Okay, hold on. City in a Bottle. I was about to say it's more of a board wipe, but I think there's also the clause that all cards from the Arabian Nights must be discarded from play except for City in a Bottle. While City in a Bottle is in play, no further cards from the Arabian Nights expansion can be played. What is like the best cards that can be played? I don't know that like the heavy hitters from Arabian Nights. Oh, let's go look up Arabian Nights quickly. Sets Arabian Nights. Okay, let's search and then let's look at all the big money cards. Let's see, hold on. Sort by money. Okay, we get it. Yeah, I don't think anyone plays Juzam. Oh, City of Brass. Bazaar of Baghdad. Library of Alexandria is banned everywhere. Nobody plays these cards. Diamond Valley, nope. We can blow up other City in a Bottles, I guess? No, we can't. Because City in a Bottle is already in play, so I can't play another one. So this card's literally here to blow up. It's like an extra version of... It's like a strip mine, or sorry, a sinkhole for Bazaar Baghdad and City of Brass, basically. I think that's it. Is there anything else useful? Unfortunately, Mountain not first printed here in Arabian Nights. So it's extra sinkholes for a few lands. These are all useless cards. Oh, Oubliette. You might hit an Oubliette. Maybe. Damn. Yep, that's it. That's what City is. I was always wondering, what are we blowing up with City in a Bottle? And it appears to be like Bazaar of Baghdad, Oubliette, and City of Brass. That's it. City in a Bottle for Modern Horizons. Yeah, they bring those old mechanics back in Modern Horizons. Maybe they'll do that. They'll make a Horizons bottle type card. Felicia with Sand Swirl. Wanderglyph. This is a 5 mana artifact. ETB, if you cast it, for each player, choose a creature with power 2 or less. That player controls, then destroy all creatures except creatures chosen this way. Huh? Choose a creature with power 2 or less. That player controls, then destroy all creatures except creature. Oh, I see. We're just keeping we're keeping the dinks. We're keeping the dinks. Okay, what's on the backside? The sands. Oh, this is the real thing. The Sand Swirler. Flying. It's a golem. It's a flying golem. Whenever an opponent casts a spell during their turn, they can't attack you or planeswalkers you control this turn. Each opponent who attacked you or a planeswalker you control this turn can't cast spells. So that's fascinating. That's a pretty cool card. Although I think it's clunky as hell. A super clunker. Not to mention, like, you have to flip the damn thing first. It's useless on the front. Next we've got we have a super chat from John. Thank you very much for your super chat, John. Last one for me, Sands of Time. Oh, John, you'll be back tomorrow. Or maybe you won't. Tomorrow's like a custom card day. Sands of Time, a 4-mana artifact. Each player skips their untap step. At the beginning of each player's turn, untap each tapped artifact, creature, or land they control, and tap each untapped artifact, creature, and land he or she controls. This is like, okay, if you untap one, you tap the rest. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, untap each tapped artifact. Oh, that's right. Okay. So each turn, we untap what's tapped, we tap what's untapped. The Sands of Time. We turn the... What's it called? Time capsule? No. I forgot what these things are called. The classical... It's not even an alarm clock. I don't even know what they use these things for. It's the classic... It's an ancient stopwatch. I guess. Yeah, on upkeep, tap everything that's untapped and vice versa. Yep. I play way too many of the cards today. Well, you're playing fair stacks then. Hourglass. That's what it's called. The name escaped me for a second. Or an hour. Okay, next up. Let's take a look at Tresaru. Wants to be a part of the show. Dauntless Dismantler. Dauntlessly dismantling things. 2 mana, 1/4. Artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That sounds really good. What else does it do? For a white, double X, sacrifice Dauntless Dismantler. Destroy each artifact with mana value X. This is like that monkey that also destroys artifacts. This card looks like it should be much better. Like, it's a 2 mana, 1/4 that taxes artifacts. I think this card's nice. I think this card's underrated. I didn't even know this card exists still today. I'd play it. I think this is a super playable card. Is this a CDH card? So I'm gonna look at CDH decks. They're gonna play this thing. I wouldn't doubt it. 16 cents though. Oh, and only been printed once. No other copies. No promos. No nothing. They got nothing. The Ley Line of Singularity from Hexanort. Yeah, try bringing this to... well, I mean, it does have some value, right? Because you stop token decks. The Ley Line of Singularity. 4-mana enchantment. If Ley Line of Singularity is in your opening hand, you can begin the game with it in play. All non-land permanents are legendary. So it screws them tokens. F them tokens. F them. It was decent and limited. Oh, maybe you're talking about the last card. I can't see this card being good. Okay, we got Rugal with Chronomantic Escape. Sounds like a 5-color card. It's 5-color colorless. That's what I'm betting on here. Escape? Chronomantic Escape? Yeah. Oh, I was wrong on both counts. It wasn't colorless or 5 colors. Okay, 6 mana. Sorcery. Until your next turn, creatures can't attack you. Remove Chromatic Escape from the game with 3 time counters on it. Suspend for 3. Until your next turn, creatures can't attack you. So it's basically just a 1-turn moat. Oh, but it keeps coming back. You have moat. Creatures can't attack you. Actually it's better. It's a super moat. You have a super moat like once every 4 turns. Come spend with 3. Remove 1. Remove 2. Remove 3. Oh no, it's every 3 turns. That's how it works here. Oh my god, Ley Line of Singularity combos with Arena of the Ancients. There you go. Enjoy. Argentina, haven't you been here since the beginning? Armageddon Clock. This is literally the worst. 6 mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a Doom counter on your Armageddon Clock. And at the beginning of your draw step, Armageddon Clock deals damage to each player equal to the number of Doom counters on it. And for 4 mana, remove a Doom counter. Any player may activate this ability, but only during any upkeep. Oh yeah, okay. They're not forced to remove anything. They could be like, who cares? I can sell on the battlefield by all means. We already spent 6 mana on the damn thing. Next up, let's take a look at Magmopus Gold Black Vise. A lot of decks are actually built around that card, believe it or not. Actually, a little too good. A lot of decks are built around this card. Well, okay, but they're like super old school decks. Okay, it's a 1 mana card. Enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. At the beginning of the chosen player's upkeep, Black Vise deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of cards in their hand, -4. I would say this is, I don't know. It's hard to build around. I'll give it that. Do we count STR? I don't even know what that means. Who do I not? Who has no card yet? Ooh, Adam, Aetherstorm. A storm is brewing. A storm of ether. 4 mana enchantment. Creature cards can't be played. Oh no! Pay for life. Destroy Aetherstorm. And it can't be regenerated. Any player may play this ability. Stop me from playing creatures, huh? I don't think so. Not for as long as I have an entire 40 life to spend. And I want to be frivolous with it. Okay, Ellis is going to try to get some redemption here. Helldozer. I like it, but it's mana heavy. Well, that's what we're talking about today. Mana heavy garbage cards. 6 mana, 6/5. It's a zombie giant, big zombie. Probably they put 3 zombies together to make this one big one. And for triple black, tap, destroy target land. If that land was non-basic, untap your Helldozer. Is this Staxy? Can we consider this? Would anyone? This seems like just destruction. It just seems like removal. Destroy target land. I think this is closer to removal than Stax like, but you know what? I can leave it to the comment section. We got Cassius Cake, Phyrexian Censor. I didn't know the Phyrexian censored anything. 3 mana for a 3/3 Phyrexian Wizard. Each player can't cast... Each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. That also seems like a really good card. This card looks really good. I think this looks very underrated. Very, very underrated. I completely agree that no one's playing this card. Or maybe it's a case of like there's just so many cards getting pumped out, like we just don't even pay attention to cards, like the new cards that come out. No, Nether Void, we disqualified that one earlier. And Jackal, we already did Winter Moon. That's a good one. And by good, I mean bad, which is good on today's show. Yeah, now I can see why maybe the bad / good thing might be very confusing. Rule of Law is too good for this show. Way too good. So I'm just getting it. I don't blame you. You know, you are free to throw out as many card names as you want. I will just let you know what's been done and not done. Rugal with Mana Vortex. 3 mana enchantment. When you cast Mana Vortex, you may sack a land. If you don't counter your Mana Vortex, what the hell? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacks a land. When there are no lands on the battlefield, sacrifice your Mana Vortex. It consumes all. I've never heard of this card either. It seems frustrating it seems very, very, very frustrating to play against. All right, we have a John says Bryce's suggestion is cool. All right, you've been vouched for, Bryce. Storm Cauldron is what I meant, not STR. Okay, Storm Cauldron, 5 mana artifact. Each player may play an additional land during each of their turns. Whenever a land is tapped for mana, return to its owner's hand. Ah, but they're just gonna replay the damn thing. Oh no, but the problem is if you tap out big, you're gonna return a bunch of cards to your hand big. Big time return. For Ginkgo, Breath of Dreams. Not my breath, that's for sure. Okay, 4 mana enchantment. Commutative upkeep of a blue. Green creatures! Each require an additional... Oh, a commutative upkeep of 1. You know what? That is so stupid, though, because, like, who's gonna win this race? The blue player that's playing one land a turn, or the green player that's ramping with extra land drops, you know, Farseek and Mana Dorks. There's no way the blue player wins this race. You better all in or destroy Cauldron. That's right. Thorn of Amethyst is insanely strong. That's like vintage playable, I believe. And a little bit what's it called? Legacy playable. It's gotta be bad. It's gotta be this. It's gotta be Breath of Dreams bad. This is a great example of a bad card. Fantastic example. Let's take a look at Withering Eyes Dread White. I believe a white it's a zombie, right? That's correct. It's a 5 mana 3/4 zombie. At end of combat, put a paralyzation counter on all creatures blocking or blocked by Dread White and tap those creatures. They gain. If the creature has a paralyzation counter on, it doesn't untap during its control's untap step. And 4, remove a paralyzation counter from this creature. That is a really awkward Stax card. Very, very situational. Frostbite Kelvin. Feroz ban? They banned Feroz? How could they do that? Or does ban mean something else here? 6 mana artifact. Creature spells cost 2 more to cast. Wow, this is like God Pharaoh statue, actually. Okay, Christopher B wants Weak Stone. What is Weak Stone? Oh, this is a great card. 4 mana artifact. Attacking creatures get -1, -0. Oh, well, okay, that means they're actually... It's half as good as those other cards that gave creatures -1, -0. Because they're at least bigger when they're blocking, right? They're bigger while they're blocking. Tokens can still block in this world. Okay, Real Different wants Mana Chains. The Chains of Mana. Blue enchant creature. Enchanted creature has cumulative upkeep of 1. Wasn't I supposed to get this card? I think I was supposed to buy this card for like pre-modern. I was like, wow, this is like removal. I like it. I like this card. But of course, almost no one plays this card, so which means it's good. It's good for the show, which means it's bad, which means it's good. What else do we have here? Let's end with Caverns of Despair. How desperate. I'm surprised no one brought any Ristic cards on today. Caverns of Despair is a 4 mana enchant world. All players may attack with no more than 2 creatures each turn and block with no more than 2 creatures each turn. Well, joke's on them. There may not even be many creatures or any creatures on the battlefield. Unique effect, though. Super unique effect. This probably is a good card. David, Purging Scythe. Oh, did we do that one? I think we did. Or the name of the card is just very familiar. It's real bad, David. Oh, we didn't do this one. Okay, it's a 5 mana artifact. During your upkeep, Purging Scythe deals 2 damage to the creature with the lowest toughness. Oh no, they're picking on the weak. How rude. If 2 or more creatures are tied for the lowest toughness, you decide which creature Purging Scythe deals damage. I'm gonna pick off all them tokens. Nah, Ristic Cave was a rule nightmare. Okay, Steve Cooper is gonna indulge in the Ristic. Ristic Deluge. It's like, the staxing may not even work. 3 mana enchantment for a blue. Tap target creature. Unless it control it pays 1. This is basically gonna be a mana war. Who has more mana here? You or me? Again, the blue player going to probably a gunfight with a knife. Bring that knife to the gunfight. Okay, Jocko gonna try again. Or a Flux. I'm gonna Flux our auras here. 3 mana enchantment. Each other enchantment gains during your upkeep. Pay 2 or sacrifice this enchantment. This card... Wow, this card... What? This card is 23 cents. I think this card is underrated. Each other enchantment gains during your upkeep. Pay 2 or sacrifice this enchantment. That's really powerful versus enchantments. Should people just not play with enchantments anymore? I feel that's Boulder Dash. I think that's just absolutely Boulder Dash. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe are like enchantments just way too weak in Magic these days? It's like all creatures and artifacts and nothing else. It's been printed once and it costs 23 cents. I'm really surprised. Means it doesn't see much play. Seems good against all the Boggles decks. I see them all over the place. Well, unfortunately, this card is old. So probably Boggles is not being played in the formats where this thing is being played. Jeff! Zer's Weirding. This card sounds good. Okay, I'm wrong. It's bad. 4 mana. Players play with their hands revealed. If a player would draw a card, they reveal a card instead. If any player pays 2 life, then any player pays 2 life. If a player does, put that card into its owner's graveyard. Otherwise, that player draws a card. Very clunky. Very jank. Bell with Hinata. The Dawn Crowned. 4 mana, 4/4. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target. Also has Flying and Trample. It seems like Grand Arbiter-like type of card. But you can't play it in a Grand Arbiter deck. But you can play Grand Arbiter in the Hinata deck, I suppose. Bryce says Rhystic Deluge is good if you want to tap something you control. I don't know why you'd want to. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Voltland, Hollow Gemstone. Phyrexian Revoker. Phyrexian Revoker is insane. Okay, Hollow Gemstone. 3 mana for an enchant world again. During each player's upkeep, that player chooses a color. Until end of turn, each mana producing land produces mana of the chosen color instead of its normal mana. What a weird card. Almond! Showing up at the end here. Have we done Mana Vortex? I think we did it like 10 minutes ago. I don't remember, though. There's a lot of... Yeah, we did that one. Sorry about that. Quickly, give me another card. The show's ending really, really soon. Let's try to give Almond one more shot here. And while we do... Oh, this is a great suggestion, Toilet Duck. Caliphate, Beloved of the Sea. I played this card many times. It's terrible. 3 mana for a star 3. Its power is equal to your devotion to blue. So it's automatically a 2/3, but it could be bigger. Creatures and enchantments you control have spells your opponents cast that target this permanent cost 1 more to cast. So it's like creatures and enchantments you control. Like, so basically, if you try to target my stuff, they cost like 1 more, but it's not even like it only taxes them when they're attacking you and nothing else. I guess that incentivizes people to attack someone else, but I don't know. Okay, let's go. Almond, the next one, Web of Inertia. Anyway, I play a lot with Caliphate. It's just absolute garbage, unfortunately. Okay, we have Web of Inertia, 3 mana enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's combat phase, that player may remove a card in their graveyard from the game. If the player doesn't, creatures they control can't attack you this turn. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, this is a beautiful show, actually. It took a little while to get the hang of things, but once we did, it was pretty cool. Saw a lot of really terrible Stax cards today. And if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also, of course, everyone who supports the channel. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or super chat so other people are part of the show, thank you so much for that support. And of course, we have to thank everyone who makes the show every single day. People like Jackal and Christopher B and Little Deadfly, Argentina, Pabno, Ellis, Old Boy, Bell, David Sampson, Jess, Jeff. What else do we have here? We have many people. Ferginka. What else is here? We got Argent. We got Bryce, Almond. Algot was here the entire time. You want Cursed Scroll? I would not say that was that. I would not say Cursed Scroll is very much of a Stax card. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. And take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next cup.